Okay, we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, guys. So today we are gonna talk about the impact of internet. I'm here with Marcos, Isabel, Maria, and Cowboy. Just to let you know, I'm not a teacher, I'm a student. It is a safe place to practice your English. We are not here to correct anyone. So be respectful and I hope that you enjoy the immersion, okay? I would like to start with you, Isabel. I would like to know what do you think about the influence of the internet on everyday life?
Well, influence a lot. We build new jobs and we remake all the relationships between each other. So change I believe everything, the way that we conduct our lives. For example, in my life, in my job, I depend internet to contact another one, and also I'm a graphic designer, and in the digital way, uh, I can do a lot of different projects that in the past, if we compare to professionals in the past, they never thought about, for example, branding, other steps like that. So I believe it's very difficult to imagine a life without internet, because change the way how we conduct things, so influence a lot.
Yeah, good points. I totally agree with you. Nowadays I believe that our life are based on the internet. So i- just to summarize the trends comes from the internet, the things, the news, and I believe that nowadays everything is based on that. And you, Marcos, what do you think about that? About the influence of the internet?
Myself if there is any life uh, out of the internet. As a father, I deal with this challenge. My daughters, of course, have uh, smartphones. They also have iPads, and they do everything in these gadgets. They use that to study. They use that to game. They use that to learn, to search things, to be in contact with their friends. Sometimes they are gaming, they are online gaming using the iPads, the tablets, and they are talking uh, using the smartphone. So they do everything with that. So when I think about my youthness, I am from an analog world. When I wanted to see my friends, I had to go to the street to play soccer, to play hide and seek with them. So I had to deal with my duties so I can get the free pass to go to the street, to go out of my house. But now kids don't need this. They use the technology, they use the internet to do their homework as they use to entertain themselves. So I think that actually the internet influences everything in our day, in our lives.
Yeah, you said the good points about your daughter, your kids. I have the same problem. I believe that sometimes I suffer a lot with that because I don't know if I am letting, uh, in my case, is my daughter as well. I know if I'm letting her with the cell phone in a good time, because sometimes they need to use to study, like you said, they need to use it to play, and there they have entertainment,
Yeah.
as well. And sometimes I don't know, I try to create some interaction, real interaction, so I call her to play with me, to go to the street, and to try to let her free of the dependence of the internet. That's so hard nowadays.
Yes.
And Maria, what do you think about the
I,
impact of the? Go ahead.
I agree with you, Paul. I think internet makes our lives easier. As Isabel said, I need internet to work too. So I need the internet to talk with my job mates. Uh, I do everything on internet. I buy all things that I need on Amazon, for example. So I do like, I don't know how to say assinatura in English, but in Amazon we can do assinaturas, and you need, for example, if I need to buy something for my kitchen, I just do an assinatura on Amazon, and I just get this thing every month on my house, and I don't need to care about it. And I'm a person who likes to study by notes, so the internet helps me to study and like search for any point of views on internet. And I'm now near to my parents as well, so the internet helped me to talk with him, to talk with them. And I think everything that I do on my life and on my free time is on internet. So I think internet makes up my life easier.
Yeah, we don't need to let our home to buy something or even to rent a movie, like before. I was remembering this day that when I went we call it the locadoras to rent fita cassette. I don't know how can I say that in English, but yeah, I was remember the promotions. You went there and you could rent uh, three three movies. So you could pay less, and it was amazing during the weekend. And you, Cowboy, what do you think about the impact? Sorry. What do you think about the impact of the internet nowadays?
For me, internet changed a lot the world of the work. Uh, a lot of work is originated by the advent of the internet. For example, the IT roles like web developer, DevOps, cybersecurity analyst, some works like that. It needs a lot of connections, and you must ensure that these connections are safe and working 24 hours per day, 7 days a week. So the mankind is totally dependent of the internet. For example, you need to pay something, you use credit card, the payment system is internet dependent. You is a YouTuber, you need to have internet to put your videos, posting your content. So I don't, think, I cannot imagine if the internet simply is destroyed, how the mankind will handle with that. Imagine a lot of people in seconds lost the internet. The mankind will be a chaos. The world will be very confused about it.
Yeah. With the years, I believe that we are becoming more dependent on the internet. And nowadays, even about your bank account, you can solve it using your cell phone. And before, I don't know, for me, it was impossible in the future, in the past, thinking about it. So that's crazy, guys. Um, okay, guys, let me jump into the question number 4. I would like to start with you, Marcos. How do you see the impact of the internet on learning and education?
Okay. I think the schools are even challenging on how to integrate the internet into the learning process. Maybe the COVID-19 has helped in this way because it was the only way kids could study at that time. But we are also we are yet struggling to get the internet, this technology, this digital into the learning process. I think when it is well used, it helps a lot. I'm now just trying to help my daughters on develop the ability to deal with AI, how they can use ChatGPT and other AIs to help them to find answers, build knowledge, and I think this is helpful. When we think 15, 20 years ago, we had to go to libraries, we had to get large books, read a lot. There were some positive aspects on this because we developed the ability to read. And when we read, we develop our vocabulary, we develop our, in some way, we develop our social ability too. But the internet, this technology helps to give more knowledge fast in a fastest way, and you can check this knowledge, you can check this information in different sources fast. So I think we have, and the kids have the opportunity to be more precise. They can develop the ability to be critical, to criticize things, to criticize answers, and this is important too. When I think about myself reading tons of pages in a book, that was hard. When I found the answer, I had no energy to criticize. This is the answer. The process to find something took me all my energy. This is very easy now, so we can save energy and we can criticize these disasters we get in a fastest way. So I think the internet is changing the way we learn and the way we use and criticize the information. It's a new era. It's a data era. For us, almost all of us works with technology. We listen about data every day, all day long. So I think we can get this reality to the school, to the education too. We can criticize things easily than before.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nowadays, we can save time, but with that, I see a problem that we need to learn how to digest, you know,
Yeah.
the content, the informations. I believe that nowadays our biggest problem is that we are living in a sea of information. And sometimes we are getting much more information than we are able to solve it, you know? And sometimes I have this feeling that I'm lost because, I spent my whole day using my cell phone, use the computer, reading, get information, and in the end of the day, I don't know what exactly I learned about that, because I saw a lot of things.
Yep.
So it can be a problem. And Isabel, what do you think about the impact of the internet on learning and education?
Yeah, I think your points, Marcus, and you, Elton, are great points. I agree too about that in the past we have to spend more time to find the answers. And nowadays, sometimes we need to struggling with new technologies, but we have more access for that. But I agree with you, Elton, about the problem that we receive a lot of informations, and in the final of the day, actually in my case, I will try to investigate that, but I constantly forget things. I don't know why this happened, and I don't like that. I will investigate because it's hard for me, because I in the day I read something, and the next day I forget things or I forget words. I don't know if it's because am receiving a lot of informations all days, all time, or is another thing that I need to discover. But I am consider something similar, what we talked about later about this all informations that we receive. Uh, I believe it's kind of problem, but in the same time, internet or those informations that we saw online help us to learn new things. Actually, I learn a lot of new things because of internet. So we discover different areas of knowledge and helps me in the work or even in my personal life too.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the point. And about learning things, it's like instantly, I mean, I don't know if the words are right, but nowadays we can do everything just watching a video on YouTube. That's so cool. Um,
Just asking Google, we know everything.
yeah,
There is no space more to, oh, I don't know this. No, I don't
is-
know yet. Let me check with Google, let me check with ChatGPT, and
that's the point.
oh,
Are you learning? I
yeah,
don't.
I will learn.
And you, Maria, what do you think about this question?
I agree with you, Bob. I think like internet are helping us to develop English, but I agree with Marcos. I have a 6 years old sister, and I think you need to be careful with kids on internet. You need to see what the kids are seeing, because sometimes I take me like paying attention what my sister is doing, and I think she's more anxious because of the all information that she's getting. Like when I was a kid, I'm 24. When I was a kid, if I want to watch something, I need to wait till the things uh go on TV, like the normal TV, like Global, SBT, and something like that. In my sister's case, it's not like that. She just goes on YouTube and say, I want to watch Peppa Pig. I don't know the name of the animations, but she just say that, and the Peppa Pig just like appears on the screen. I think that this kind of information in fast information maybe get the kids more anxious, and they don't know how to like wait a lot for one thing. Just they just click on the screen and these things appear. I think it's we need to be careful. Like sometimes I'm afraid of my sister uh talking with someone that I don't know, for example, because she likes to play on Roblox. Maybe Marcos, no, I don't know the age of
No.
You know,
the
as well.
kids. She likes a lot to like play on Roblox. And I just say to my parents, you need to be careful because we don't know if it's a real kid playing with her because it's dangerous. I think that's my point of view.
Yeah, you're totally right, about it. The the internet, we don't know exactly who are on the other side of the screen, if it is a real child, a real kid, or some crazy man, trying to get the attention from our kids. So we need to pay attention on that as well. And you, Cowboy, my friend, what do you think about this question about the impact of the internet on learning and education?
Yeah. For me, the impact of internet was good because you have a lot of course, but you must you must be patient, you must be responsible, and you need to administrate your attention because it's easy to simply distract yourself when you study the internet. And you have to finish the course that you wish, that you have started before. I say that because I love do course in the internet, but I have this bad habit to don't finish. So for me, it's a good lesson. You need to uh, be resilient and have a maturity to finish with which course that you started to really learn the content and put in practice that. One example is I bought in Udemy a course about JavaScript. I simply got to class and I stopped one day. I will go back to finish, but I put in with object in 2025. Next year, I will finish the course in Udemy because if you simply don't pay attention about that, you will accumulate a lot of digital course, a lot of things, and you simply don't accomplish that.
Yeah, I mean, with you, Cowboy, I am finishing the year carrying a lot of unfinished courses, as well. Uh, I, 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 I say the same for projects, I started a lot of projects and I have a problem to finish them because, I don't know what happens, but you lose the interest, about the project, about the content, about the technology that you are learning, and I need to treat that as well. I want uh, to start and finish the projects, I believe that we can back to the question number three, Uh, I believe that communication is a big problem nowadays as well, because, with the internet, we changed a lot the way that we communicate. Um, Let me start with you, Maria. How do you think the internet has changed the way we communicate?
I think in the past you used to talk like face to face with people, and I think the way we talk in nowadays, maybe we don't do like the eye contact anymore. For me, for example, I don't know how to do eye contact because of the whole world and the whole internet thing. Because sometimes when I am working and and am I in a meet or something like that, I don't show my screen. I don't open my camera. So I just talk and anybody is seeing me. And when I am in a, how can I say, in some place and I need to talk with someone, I can't do anymore the eye contact. I think I was talking with my boyfriend and he's in the same place of me. Like he doesn't know how to do the eye contact anymore. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's the impact of the communication on internet.
Yeah, I got it. I got your point, you know. I feel the same. And by the way, or yeah, by the way, I started here as a host because I was trying to improve my communication because, you know, work from home, you lose your ability to talk with people. And the same like you know, in my current company, we don't open the camera. So, you know, I'm here to try to improve that. And beside that, I started to go to in-person events that I can have a real contacts. And I have already had this problem about the IOS contact, you know. Sometimes you just are trying to, you know, look around and you are not looking at the person IO. And it's not good, you know. We need to learn how to deal with that nowadays with the internet. We are doing everything using just our computer, you know. And you, Marcos, what do you think?
I think we adopted an asynchronous communication. I think that actually I just talk on phone calls with my relatives, my father and my mother. Even with my wife and my kids, almost all the time we talk through messages, audio messages, or even text messages. I think the way it helped us was to develop these asynchronous conversations. Even in our works, we can adopt this asynchronous conversation, especially if we work remotely, we work in a distributed teams. It's crucial to develop this ability to communicate in the line of time. Don't having to be everyone online at the same time. So I think that when I think about this question, this is the most hard change I can see that the internet and the digital made in the way we communicate ourselves.
Yeah, good point. And you, Cowboy, what do you think about the impact of the internet? Oh, sorry, about the impact of the internet about our communication, no?
Yeah, good point. Today you have a tool, a powerful tool to communicate with any people in the world. It's good, but importantly, the same tool simply reinforced the same habits of the people. When the internet was imagined, the scientists thought, yeah, with the internet, the all the mankind you communicate with the all the people. But today, you simply use the internet to watch the status of your neighbor, your close friends. So the communication enhanced a lot, was accelerated because you have a instant messaging system today to use, like WhatsApp. You have all the methods of communication. The Zoom is a good example. You have a video conference. You can practice all the language with a lot of the people in the Brazil or outside to Brazil too. But with that, you have a consequence. The people was very excited, anxious, because you have an instant communication. The people simply think, I have the get this response fast as possible. you need to communicate for me or answer for me in that moment, and the people became interested with that. And today is a good strategy to do a detox with technology when you start on vacation, you need a good weekend with your parents and do a trip. You simply turn off of the social network because with that you can communicate with the people, with the TV people, and you relax and enjoy the moments in the present.
Yeah, good points, Cowboy. Thank you. And you, Isabel, how has the internet changed the way we communicate?
Yeah, I agree with all chains a lot. I agree about the eye contact. I saw this difficult too in my life and life of another person, people that are near to me. Also, we changed the way that we get new relationships or even friendships. Like when we start a new contact, changes a lot. And I have had two experiences that for me express well this new way to have community. The first, in the past, I had opportunity to participate in a project, and I met these people in internet. I talked with her just in internet. I never saw her in personal life, but even that, we built a good network. We built a good relationship that we trust in each other. So it's an example that I remember. It's interesting because we never met each other in personal life, but we have this good professional relationship. And another one that a person near to me was considered to send a hard message to another one, like a difficult text, difficult message. And this person was considering to send this uh, in WhatsApp and don't talk in person because it's more easy to send a message. I don't know if in the past the people send, I don't know, letters or email to say hard things, but nowadays I know that we consider send a message and not talk in person to say hard things. I saw this experience too.
Yeah, you said a good point now, I have already had problem with someone, you know, because on message the person had a bad behavior, and in person the person was totally different, you know. The the person in person the person was a quiet guy, a calm guy. The conversation was good, but using the cell phone, the conversation was totally different. I don't know why, but on the internet, the people are angry, are, they can, they, I don't know, maybe they think that they can talk everything that they want, I don't know the reason, but yeah, that's a problem as well, I believe that sometimes the people they are hiding themselves, behind the internet, behind the computer, to show feelings, to show thoughts, that they are not what we want to see on the world.
I,
Okay,
about
guys,
that, I
go
just
ahead.
had a point. I think sometimes we can read like a message in a different tone. For example, sometimes when I read my mother's message, I think she is angry, but it's just the way that I read. And
Yeah,
in person, she's a normal mother. She's not angry.
yeah, as well. We had this problem as well. About interpretation, you mean, I think. Um, Guys, we can jump to the question number 5 here. Let me start with you, Cowboy. In your opinion, what are the advantages and disadvantages of working remotely using the internet?
And yeah, for me, I had in my life because I started internship in IT. remotely. I said I started to work remotely, and the work remote started independent. So it's the same time. I love it, the possibility, this modality, because I could do my tasks in my home. After that, I had other job in present in the company. So the best advantage is you simply can sleep more because some work you need to take a bus, metro, and a lot of transport to uh, get the job and finally can work at, at off. I couldn't do that. So I said the best advantage is you simply work peacefully in your place. But the worst disadvantage is you have to you need to have a good environment to work remotely because in my home, for example, in the summer, my bedroom it became very hot. Now, for example, it's almost 32 degrees Celsius. Imagine, I'm doing this call in talk. I will put the moment. It's very, very hot. So
My gosh.
I'm very comfortable with that. I use a ventilator, but imagine the people had heat issues. Simply did not produce as well or work good in situations like that. Or if you are a person that you need a human contact, you need to talk with people in presence, you have to work in work because you feel a lot isolated. Elton is a good example of that. Elton works as a developer in home. Sometimes in other calls, Elton said, yeah, I feel isolated. I need to go to a street, meet my friends. So it's a consequence when you simply work remotely for a long time.
Yeah, totally. You said the main points about the advantage in my point of view as well, about the communication, about the weather, about you need to have a good place to work because sometimes the noise can be a challenging. You have some kids at home, you have a dog, and we can't control that, and sometimes it can be a challenge. And you, Maria, what do you think?
I think for me, in the it's my difficult. Sometimes it's hard to like fully trust our work colleagues. I believe it's easier to build like a strong and a close relationship with our work colleagues in person. I think because in the remote, it's hard like to read the person. I don't know, like I don't know who Isabel is. I don't know if she's just trying to help me or she's trying to like uh get my place and something like that. I think in person we know how to read that person.
Yeah, yeah. I have already felt the same, with my team. And to solve that, we started to play some online game together. And it was cool, because we could really know each other, better. Because it wasn't about work, but we was playing together. And of course, we made some jokes and we could be near, because sometimes you are just talking to someone online using the chat, and you don't know exactly what is the personality of that person. If he likes to receive a question about you, if I don't know, he is, you know, he wants to help you, because sometimes we don't know that the people, they are not able to help us. Sometimes it's just obligation. I don't know if I could explain well, but that's it. And you, Marcos, what do you think, man?
I, I think there are only one advantage on working remotely, that is to create connection with people. When you are in person, you can you can use more resources to create this connection. There is eye contact. I work with some guys who has never opened their video, their cameras on meetings. And after months, one of these guys opened this video, and my first thought was, this is not the guy who works with us. He, the voice and the video don't connect. So it's hard to create this connection. When we are in person, it's easier. You go to take a coffee, you go to have a lunch together, you go to uh, a meeting room and talk in person, look in the eyes, find solutions, find answers together. I think this is the only disadvantage I can see. And I think we don't have time to enumerate all the advantages, but to be concise, to be fast, to not have to commute myself is the main advantage. If I don't have to commute, I have time to do my morning exercises, to leave my daughters to school, to catch them at the lunch, to have lunch with my daughters every single day. So my wife works in person in their office every day. She loses 3 hours of time commuting every single day, 15 hours a week, 2 night sleeps. So this we can feel the savings in our health when we work remotely.
Yeah, I agree with you. It can be a game changer.
Yes,
And
it is.
for sure, we have more advantage than disadvantages.
Yes.
And you, Isabel, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I believe is that what you said, guys. The advantage is we can say a lot of things about it, like time that we don't spend too much walking to the office, or even spend too much money on lunch. We can, I don't know, make our lunch in our house and cook something too, with if we have time, but not to spend all days in restaurants. Also, we can schedule more things in our routines, as Marco said, I don't know, gym, and then schedule some meeting with member of our family, something like that. And disadvantages, I agree about what you said too, guys. That we don't have too much contact with another one. We don't see too much new people, or even get these sometimes hard conversations face to face, that in remotely mode it's more easy to just send a message, for example. We don't have those challenges. I believe it's that.
Yeah, good point. So, yeah, at the end, I believe that the internet is a tool, and we really need to learn how to use uh, well, to extract it as much as possible to help us in our daily life. And yeah, we need to support each other with that, and it will be part of our routine, at you know, we need to carry that for the rest of our life now. Guys, we don't have more time, unfortunately. I put the survey on the chat. If you wish, you can do some recommendations, about topic, about the improvements. I'd like to thank you to be here. I believe I believe not, I'm right that this is our last immersion, about me specifically. And I would like to wish you the best, good Christmas, a happy Christmas, and a happy New Year, So thank you guys. Have a good one. So see you next year.
Yeah, people.
Thank you very much. It was a
Guys.
pleasure.